Hello and welcome to the Futro Hidden Movie Gems podcast. I'm your host, Ty Spiker Christensen. Yes, it's true. We're back. We're back, baby, in a big way.
Like
You might be
4 months
surprised
later.
to see 4 months later. Do we still have listeners? Did all three people drop off? Did they give up? We're here. We're back, baby.
Actually,
We're doing
Cassie did ask
podcasts.
me the other day. She's like, "Are you guys gonna record
Are you
ever
going to
again?"
record anywhere? Where did it go? Where did your podcast go? The money dried up, Cassie. Drainage. I'm so sorry, Eli. There's drainage. Anyway, so guys, it's been months. We're just gonna
It's been
talk
5 months.
movies.
I said
Five
4.
months, yeah. It was October was our last podcast, Dan in Real Life. And we're back. And the cool thing, listener, if you just found our show, you've had no break. It's like when I discovered Severance in season two. I couldn't imagine having to wait an entire year for season two to drop.
I did, and then that's why I kind of was like, I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, it took 2 or 3 years for the next season. You're like, yeah. I guess it was fun while it lasted. That's like me watching Freaks and Geeks, dude. All right, well, so you guys know the drill. We're here to talk movies. I've been kidnapped. I'm in a different location. Jordan's looking good. The beard's looking bodacious.
No,
Cameron, give us the skinny, man. What movies you been watching lately?
Um, I mean, a billion since we last did an episode, but I'm
I
just
don't
gonna be.
believe it. I remember
I'm
like
just
in 1 week's time you'd watch 20 movies, and now with 5 months time, we'll
yeah.
be here all night. So hit us with it,
Um,
man.
yeah. So just starting from February because we've already been kind of rolling. A Few Good Men. And then watched Night and Day. That's one of Allie's family's favorite movies. The
Oh, is that Cameron Diaz and
oh,
Tom
with Tom
Cruise? Yeah,
Cruise.
yeah,
the
yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise, Cameron Diaz. Yeah, kind of fun.
Okay, well, which one's
Um,
better, Night and Day or Killers with Ashton Kutcher
They're
I
like the
and?
haven't.
same movie.
No, I know, but
I
that's what I'm saying. Which one's better?
I haven't seen Killers in a long time. I remember really enjoying
Night
it
and Day
as a
is better.
kid, but I feel like yeah, it wouldn't hold up as well as Night and Day does.
Yeah,
Um, and
Catherine
also
Heigl. I couldn't think of her name.
they're both kind of similar
Ashton
to
Kutcher.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I think is the best of all three.
Did you watch the new show with Donald Glover?
No.
Me neither.
Then I watched Lethal Weapon 2. Um, and
Diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic. It's just been
I don't
revoked.
that there was some obviously like I understand why Jordan loves it, but there was a lot of boring moments, and it also
I
just feels so chaotic that I'm like where is the logic in this script?
I don't like the sequels as much as the first one.
The first one is easily the best.
Yeah.
You ever
Um,
heard of the
Is
law
what's
of
his name show
diminishing
up yet?
returns?
Is the guy from Home Alone in it yet? Yeah.
You're talking
Okay,
about
okay,
Joe
okay.
Pesci, and that's the third
Yeah.
one. No.
Oh, is the third
I
one?
don't.
Okay, never
No, no,
mind.
no. That's the second one. He's the guy that they're protecting.
Oh wait.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh
Yeah.
wait. Oh, does he show up in the second one? I know
I
he's in the
can't, but
third though, right?
does he do that yet, Cameron? He's like, okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 100%.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Um. And Mel Gibson just being Mel Gibson. Everything he does, I'm like, what is going on? Um, and then I showed my roommates The Town. I was worried that wouldn't hold up. That movie still holds up so well. It's crazy.
Oh, Town is good, dude. The Town.
Um,
Not to be
and then
confused with The Village.
that is
Very
true.
different movies.
And then
Yeah.
for
Why
my
would they
birthday,
confuse that?
I
Well, one's a town and one's village. Anyway, never mind. It's not funny.
That's why they would confuse it.
It was a dad joke. It was a
and then
dad joke.
for my
That's what it is.
birthday, I watched White Chicks again, just with all my friends. That movie is so fun. I can't
I
believe
can't
Jordan
even
doesn't
get
like
through
it.
it. I tried to
Dude,
get through it.
it's so funny. I first time Jordan. Yeah, it's the opening scene. I don't really care for it, but it
Yeah.
like sets up.
Oh, it
But
gets
It's the
better.
it's
worst.
the same thing with Billy Madison. I cannot stand the first
It's
10
the
minutes
same
of
as
Billy Madison.
Oscar. No,
Yeah,
all those like
just
cringy comedies,
yeah,
they always start so over the top to just filter out
yeah.
Whoa,
people.
whoa, whoa.
But
Oscar
it
Cameron, that's stop motion. It's good.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, dude, that thing.
could a depressed person do this, Jordan?
And even the grandpa scene where
Sorry,
he's like,
Jordan doesn't know what I'm referencing. It's from Parks and Rec when Ben Wyatt makes that claymation
Oh,
video, the guy getting up out of bed, and it takes
yeah.
him
just
like three
wasted away.
months
A
to do
week,
like
yeah.
yeah for 7 seconds of footage.
And
Wasted
then
my whole life.
Sorry, we can
I
talk about
finally
Severance.
showed Allie Joker, and she was kind of shook by it. Um, and then
Sorry. She's kind of shook by it.
I don't know. Did
Hey,
Your
you like
poor
it?
wife, dude, or fiance.
fiance.
Did you like
Fiance.
Joker?
I liked it, but it made me afraid of a revolution starting in the world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Did it make you
Yeah,
afraid of
I got
white
that
people?
same.
Dude, like
I
everyone, I remember when that movie was coming out, people were like, "Don't see this if you're white. It's gonna make you kill people or something." I don't know. Who was
no, but
insane?
I got the same feeling walking out of the theater. I'm like, oh man, is there gonna be? I even said that. That's
Dude,
Oh
funny.
when
I
I
feel like
walked out of the theater, I saw Jordan kicking a bag of trash.
Yeah.
I.
You
This
get
is
what you
funny.
deserve.
It's like we've come full circle. Because that was our first episode,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, Joe, let's go.
And then I showed Allie uh the 5 year
Yeah,
engagement.
Joker, but does not hold up. What do you think, Cameron? Do you like it more that you rewatch it?
Every single time it gets better. So yeah,
Oh, stop, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna strongly disagree. It's
yeah. No,
masterful, bro.
yeah, I liked it
It's
more the first time. I like it less and
Yeah,
less every time I watch it.
yeah.
It doesn't hold
no,
up, dude.
you guys are wrong, but
Yeah,
that's all right.
no, that's
Um,
okay.
and then
I
the
know.
5 year
My favorite, sorry, is Cameron's comment on my review. He's like, "You get what you deserve." It's just the image of a gun.
because Jordan gave it like a bad rating. So I said,
You
you
get
get what
what
you
you
deserve.
deserve. You treat us like trash.
And then I watched I do I swear the movie I show with people the most is 5 year engagement, just because no one's ever
Yeah,
heard of it,
Seen it, yeah.
it's so
and
good, dude.
it's funny because every single time I'm like I think I'm not gonna enjoy it, especially because like the infidelity I struggle with, but every single time it like the way it wraps up and just like some of the lines, I got it. Gwian,
Guion.
Man,
Wait, we haven't reviewed 5 year,
Gwyrth.
have we? We need to.
Gwyrth.
Are you sure we haven't? That seems like a
My
movie we
toe.
definitely.
Yeah, Gwyrth.
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 Guion.
Yeah, Gwyrth.
Gwion.
I got it. I got it, guys.
I'd like to cover you in blood, pig's blood, and cover you in chicken feathers. What would that study reveal to us? I don't know. I just want to see what would
I
happen.
just want to see what would
My
happen.
favorite is when he's like, honey, he looks like a drifter. You want to leave our child with a drifter? He's like, we're gonna find her up on one of those hooks in the garage. Um, and then watched Manchester by the Sea again, masterpiece. Hacksaw
Yeah, Ty.
Ridge.
Masterpiece,
Um,
Ty.
Which
and
one?
then
I totally missed it. What was
Manchester
it?
Manchester
by the
by
Sea.
the Sea.
Oh yeah, no,
And then
sad
Hacksaw Ridge.
fleck. Yeah,
Burn After Reading. I was surprised a lot of people had really negative feelings towards Burn After Reading.
yeah.
Well, it's
But
depressing.
I get it, yeah, just because there's like not really anything hopeful, and it's the Coen Brothers where it's like everyone just makes mistakes that
So
are like
funny. It's one of my
unforgivable.
favorite comedies, dude. Black
It is
comedies. It's
very
so
dark comedy,
funny. Yeah.
but and then watched Daddy's Home. It didn't hold up as well the first time. I think maybe it was just so funny seeing Dad just cry laughing. Just anything that has to do with stepdad jokes, like is always like Santa Claus every single time that Tim Allen's making fun of like the
Um,
therapist stepfather. It's just so fun. Like that just thinks it's so
Ned
funny.
or Ted or whatever his name was.
Yeah. Yeah. And then finally finished Anatomy of a Fall. I had like watched halfway through it.
Oh,
I
what'd you think,
I
dude?
really enjoyed that it like opened up for the possibility of multiple watches. That was my fear.
So good.
My fear is they were going to show what happened, and I was going to be like, I mean, fun, but you limit yourself to a one
We
watch.
saw what happened, Cameron. She did it.
yeah. Well, even if she's not guilty, she's guilty of being a oh.
She's
Yeah,
guilty
your
of
reviews
loving
was
women.
funny. And then watch Jack Reacher, the first one. That one held up.
The
Inglorious
movie.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Inglorious Bastards. Um, Gone Girl. Die Hard. The Pursuit of Happiness. Watched Psycho for the first time and then rewatched it within the same week, and it just even got even better. Because the first time watching it, I don't know how, I never knew about the twist. Like,
There you go.
I I
Good
thought
stuff.
that the spoiler in the movie was that the girl gets stabbed. And then it happens like 20 minutes in, and I was like,
Well,
um,
no, but to be fair, like back then, she was like a renowned actress. I can't remember her name now, but so it was shocking to audiences. It's
yeah.
almost like when you watch a movie and you got like a famous lead actor and
And they die quick. Yeah.
shockingly die quick, and it's like, what? Like people were pretty shocked by that. So
Yeah.
because you're like,
And-
she's the lead, she's got to carry the movie. I think Scream references that with Drew Barrymore as the victim first. You're like,
Mhm.
so movies like
Yeah,
that
because
shock
I
people.
was and I was like, and I kept being like, I swear I saw the mom, and I was like, yo, this mom is crazy, and then I was like, oh my gosh, he's crazy, and you guys know how much I love a serial killer, so and then getting
Sure.
into like his psyche and
Did you ever watch Friday the 13th, the first one, Cameron?
with
You
that
we should watch the first
that's the
Friday
one
the
where Jason
13th.
Voorhees' mom is the one that's
Jordan's
or no
shaking his head. The first Friday the 13th is
You
good.
wouldn't like it. It's
Oh,
just
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of gore. I don't know.
slasher.
Well, he
Yeah,
just said,
Cameron
I don't know,
saw.
he's talking about Psycho. He seemed to enjoy that. I'm just saying, I
That's a
remember watching the
classic.
first Friday
Yeah,
the
and
first Friday the
Psycho
13th spawned 8 sequels. You might argue it's a classic. I
and
don't know.
I
Psycho
think it's actually
stabbing is
more.
like this. It's like
It's actually
ah
more. You're proving my point.
ah.
I think there's 11
Well,
um
okay, you're
or
proving my
12.
point for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and then I watched Juror number two, which was pretty fun. Not
Dude,
as good
yes.
as
I,
not as good as 12 Angry Men.
no,
Um,
no, of course not. But it's a
but
good movie.
still
And
like
somehow when I heard the plot and I was watching it unfold, I was like, how has this not been made a movie?
yeah.
Like way too
Because
obvious,
that
but that's
is
good.
Been a made a movie.
How did it not get a made a movie?
because that it is one of those things that it's like, what if you do get called as jury duty for a crime that you might have committed or you did commit?
No, what's more terrifying is being on like falsely accused and being part of that psych. I would never want a psycho jury because remember they already made their decision. He's like, well, he beats his girlfriend, so he's guilty anyways. I was like,
I know those type of people, they don't change. And I'm like, oh.
I know. She was
We're
like,
not
I'm
asking if they change. It's like it's whether or not the evidence is pointing to the fact that he
exactly.
did
I'm
it.
like psychos.
It's like we're not talking about whether or not he's a good boyfriend or a good guy. We're just saying, did he execute her?
I know, but he's guilty,
I bet
Cameron.
he didn't even buy her flowers on her anniversary.
Yeah.
Probably killed her too. I mean, that's
Yeah, it was things like that that I'm like there, and I wish what's his name would have been in it longer, but J. Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons. Yeah, dude, I
Yeah,
too wanted him. I love you call him J. Jonah Jameson.
of
It's
course.
almost his
He's
real
J.
name.
Jonah Jameson and Omni Man. And that's it.
Yeah. I wish Omni-Man was in it more. No,
Think,
I too,
Mark.
Cameron, I agree. I was like, oh, I really wanted more J.K. Simmons, but yeah.
But I
I,
get
I,
it.
Dude, I
well,
wanted a final callback with him like doing
I
the Departed. He shows up like Mark Wahlberg and his with his little baby booties on or whatever.
I,
Did not track
I
him
do
up.
think Nicholas Holt or whatever is a great actor though. I think he did a really good job.
Yeah.
oh
Like
Yeah, I
yeah,
think he did good.
portraying like the guilt and stress weighing on him. Like you
Mm.
could visibly see it on his face. You're like,
Yeah,
uh,
I haven't really been impressed with him as an actor, and I think that was his first movie where I was like, okay,
that and then
because he's played.
Nosferatu. I thought he did a
Yeah,
good job in
yeah,
that
he did a
too.
really good
I'll
job in
give you that. Yeah,
Nosferatu.
I just watched that. But I just feel like he gets outshined by Willem Dafoe personally, and
That's because
but
William. That's because William DeFriend
he
is way
steals
better
it.
of an actor.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but that's all I'm saying. Like when I think of Holtz, I'll finally learn his name, and I'm excited because like he's just been in all the franchise things where it's like, oh, he's in X-Men, he's in the zombie chick flick, he's in the thing. Like it's like
Yeah, those he was
he's
always playing weird,
yeah.
geeky sci-fi
Well,
stuff
and
like that,
I think the
fantasy.
one that missed for me was that Jack Giant Slayer movie. I was like so excited to see that, and then I was just like, what is this movie, dude? Like
Yeah.
Who's it for?
Ewan
Um,
McGregor and
Wait, I just wanted to comment really quick what Ali said when we talked about what was the movie we were just talking about?
Juror number two.
Juror number two. She said she didn't like Kiefer Sutherland like telling him to keep quiet, and then my wife chimes in because she's a lawyer, and she's like, actually, what did she say? No, I think he said everything correct. Like,
Yeah. It was
Your
really
wife's
and then
like, that's good
and then
lawyering
Ty,
advice right there.
yeah, and then Ty sent an amazing GIF, and it
Oh,
was like,
it's the scene of in Zombieland, of course, it's Woody Harrelson wiping his tears with money, and it's like lawyers after they lose the case, wiping their tears with money. Oh, it's so sad. I'm sorry
that
we
was
didn't
kind of a
win, and they're
random
wiping
cameo
their
by
money.
Kiefer. He was just like there.
Yeah.
And dude, until the day I die, him and Ewan McGregor will always just semi look similar to me and sound similar. I don't know what it
Who
is.
does? Who does? Ewan
Ewan
McGregor.
McGregor and Kiefer Sutherland.
hmm,
Like I know
I
they're
don't see
two
it.
distinct people, but
I don't see
for
it.
some
Yeah.
reason
Yeah,
they're
me
in
neither.
my head as like the same conjoined twin. Um,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
sorry,
I
Cameron.
don't know why. I don't know why. But
All right, keep going through the list.
I'll have to find a
and-
photo of like where they look most similar. You ever see that where
yeah,
you're like, these tractors
Oh,
don't look alike, but you find like that
find
one
a photo
photo and
that's
it's
like,
etched in
okay,
your,
I could
yeah.
see it. Yeah.
Like someone today, or I just saw like something about Cillian Murphy and what was his face? It was like this, I don't know why I happened across this, but it was like Cillian Murphy's younger photo, and he looked just like who's the singer from All American Rejects? I don't remember his name, but the singer from All American Rejects. And I was like, I could kind of see it. I don't know why, but I was like, I always think of Cillian Murphy looking like
like
oh
that
now I
zombie
can't.
from 20
Yeah,
8 years later.
from the trailer 20 years later, yeah.
Zombie is killing Murphy. You
I
cannot
know.
convince me
No,
otherwise, man.
well, so did you see that other photo that got leaked? It was
Uh,
crazy because they literally had this actor that looks more like
Killing
Zombie
Murphy, they
and
killing
Cillian
Murphy.
Murphy. I don't know, but yeah, I'm with you, Cameron. I'm like, I think it's a misdirect, but I'm totally gonna go see it to find out. Talk about a
Um,
trailer, dude. I'm still
yeah.
thinking about it.
And then I watched The Departed, Baby Driver, both great.
Oh my gosh.
And then I
The
watched
Departed.
Piece by Piece.
Is he slow?
Um,
Was he?
Piece by Piece is like
Was he slow?
the
Was he
like
slow?
it's like the retarded means slow. Was he slow?
Was
Was
he
he slow?
slow?
Um, Piece by Piece is like the Lego movie about Pharrell Williams, who's like the producer. Um, and just kind of his life. It's super cool because essentially, like, he tries to portray how he sees music. Because kind of like how people used to say, like, Beethoven saw, like, because he was blind or whatever, he like saw it in color, or Mozart, whatever, one of those guys that was blind.
I was
Sold
gonna
Um,
my
say
bird
Beethoven
to a
was
blind
deaf, and
kid?
when you said how he saw music, I was like, you mean how he heard music
yeah,
or
whatever. He
didn't
heard
hear
it. He
music?
heard it
The way he tasted color, yeah, it's remarkable.
in colors or whatever. What? But yeah, it
The
was
way he
kind of fun.
tasted
I
color was
watched
just
I
phenomenal.
watched Birds of Prey on an airplane and I couldn't finish it. Oh my gosh. And I
Are
am
you a fan of Margot Robbie and Harley Quinn? I
I
never
love
cared.
DC and
Yeah,
anything DC does. It's just too
right.
bad everything DC does that's live action is garbage.
Gutter
You
trash.
liked
Yeah,
the Beetle movie, the most
I
recent
did
one.
enjoy Blue
Blue Beetle.
Beetle. It hit just the right amount of like cheese for me. That was like, okay. Like that's I don't understand. That's what I'm
Did you just
excited for
miss
this
Cobra
new.
Kai, or did you really enjoy Blue
Yeah,
Beetle?
it's been too long since I'd seen Cobra Kai. No, it literally it reminded me. I'm like, that's why I'm hoping for this new Superman. It leans a little bit into the cheese because the problem is I'm like, not everyone has to be Christopher Nolan. The problem is all these people are trying to
Yeah.
make Christopher Nolan movies being bad directors and bad writers. I'm like,
Mhm.
your movie's gonna fall flat if you take yourself super seriously and you don't have good writing and good directing. So it was garbage. I gave it 3 out of 10. It was painful. Um, it got 1 star for Margot, and then I watched The Yellow Sea. That one was the most depressing of all of his movies. It was just like I just kept being like, "Is he gonna catch a break?" And it's like,
Oh,
"Let
yeah,
me
I
let me
remember.
fend off 70 dudes who are chasing after me on a boat with an axe." I'm like, "What is this movie, man?" I'm like, "This director needs help."
Could the guy catch a break?
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I watched that on the way. Actually, I went to South Korea, and then also watched Joint JSA Joint Security Area on the
Wait,
way to
wait.
South
Did you just say
Korea.
you watched it on your way to South Korea? Did you go to South Korea, Karen?
Yeah, I did for like 10 days for school.
Dang, dude.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
I ran into
how'd you get
the memories of a murder
imprisoned?
and the memoir
Oh
of a
wait, no, you're South
murderer
Korea. You're
guy.
good.
Yeah, I went to and then when I came back, I made Allie watch the interview. I'm like, this is what it was like over there. They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't
That's a
us.
very good saying. And then we watched the Amazing Spider-Man uh, movies because they're the most underrated superhero movies, and
Oh,
all the Toby movies
such
are garbage. They're
uh
literally they're literally only carried by the best villains in all of freaking Marvel. It's so unfair. And then you just get cringy Tom or what's his name, Toby Maguire trying to pretend that he's 18. Yes, I get it. Andrew Garfield looks like he's 25 in a model, but at least he doesn't look like he's 35. Like,
and
Toby
yet
does not.
even though he's aged so gracefully, like he came back in Spider-Man, he looked great. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
let's
100%.
go.
He yeah, that, exactly. But he looked the
I hope
exact
to look at
same. as he did, and
He's always
he's like,
looked
I've been doing
35, dude.
Spider-Man for
Yeah.
20 plus years. I'm like, you look exactly like you did in the first one, so I could have fooled
The,
me.
the only pushback I'm gonna give is the fact that all the other actors were 30 as well. So everyone in high school looked the same age. So I'll give
Yeah.
him that, you know?
Well, yeah, his Flash Gordon or whatever, his bully.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you, 45? Like, what are you doing in high school, man? Like, I've been held back 7 years. I ain't no dummy. Um,
I mean,
and
I,
then
I still say it about the Stranger Things kid, but then it's like, oh, you got held back a few years. 14 years, maybe?
yeah, exactly.
What?
Like you're older than some of these professors over here. Um,
What'd
and then I watched When Harry Met Sally. Um, it was
you
fun.
think?
I was just kind of underwhelmed. There was so little love story in it. It was just like friends and they hate each other, but they love each other.
But
I
how
was
about that sandwich, huh? So good. I don't get it.
like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
too, Cameron,
he.
watched that and Annie Hall the same year, and I was like, romantic comedies used to suck. But then again, I thought 500 Days of Summer was the greatest romantic romance movie of all time. So
Billy Crystal, I just love his cynicism is so funny in that movie. Just how cynical he is about everything. He's just like, oh yeah, and then they do this and they do this and they end up hating
men and
each other.
women can't be friends.
Yeah. Um,
I can't
and
do it,
then
Billy
I
Crystal. Why
I
don't you
watched
cut you give me a paper cut and put some lemon juice on it? I can't do his. What is Billy Crystal? Mike
yeah.
Wazowski. I can't do it. Can you do an impression of Mike Wazowski, Jordan? Or
I'm not the impression person you are.
I
And
know,
then
but I
and
can't.
then
I can't get the tone.
I also watched A Taxi Driver. Oh man,
South Korean one as well.
yeah,
That one, right?
that
Mm.
one reminded me of Civil War. It just like is one of those movies that I'm like really well done, but it's like kind of depressing that I'm like, and it's even worse that it's true story. I'm like, yikers. Like it's kind of like the Stanford prison experiment, like except in real life, like at an execution level, like not just like beating up people. Like it's just crazy to me that like the moment people will get power, it's like, well, I could just shoot you. It's like, what? Like it's just
Or
that
as
whole
Cameron refers to it as the good old days.
yeah. And then I showed um uh I watched American Psycho half with Jordan and half or and Allie, and then the other half we watched at home. And yeah, I'm surprised how less traumatic it is if you skip three scenes. I was like, because like the movie honestly is pretty tame outside of those three scenes. Like, because I just thought the
Are you
entire thing
referring to missing out on throwing a chainsaw down a stairwell and
yeah,
beheading someone?
yeah.
I suppose it's pretty
Yeah,
tame
and then
without that.
yeah. So outside of watching those, I think it's honestly a top 10 performance of all time by Patrick Bateman. I mean by Christian Bale. See, look at I can't even distinguish the two.
Yeah,
Um,
wow. That's
but
so funny. When you
yeah,
said Patrick Bateman, that was so funny. I was like, it is because it literally feels like a performance from Patrick Bateman.
yeah, literally, I'm like, it's so crazy to me that it's funny because I wonder if Christian or Christopher Nolan saw that and was like, I can see a Bruce Wayne out of that because it's kind of the double life, except instead of killing and executing people, he's saving
Put on
people.
saving hockey pads and
But
yeah,
it
killing
is
people.
interesting how he is just like putting on this facade and how well Christian Bale portrayed that. That I think that's maybe what Christopher Nolan was like. You know what? I think he'd be great as Batman.
I'm
It
not
was
wearing
funny.
hockey
But
pads.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
someone did a trailer
Not
cut of that
how did he not become
movie.
Joker?
Yeah, well, that's funny you say that because like there was someone cut a trailer of like using clips of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho and made me think that this was before the Dark Knight trailer, so it was like early days YouTube. Somehow I got this video and it was like clips of Patrick Bateman. So Bruce Wayne, they were acting like it was Bruce Wayne losing it, and you're like, oh, this looks like it's a really interesting movie because Batman's losing his mind, as Bruce Wayne, he's going crazy. And anyway, it's like, yeah, it's just a fan made trailer, but I
That's
still think
actually pretty
about to
cool.
this
Yeah.
day, I'm like, dude, that was a good fan made trailer.
And then I also watched Wild Robot because Jordan was recommending it so much, and yeah, it was really fun. It reminded me kind of like a Wall-E, How to Train Your Dragon, just kind of like a fun DreamWorks movie. And then I watched
Yeah,
Mickey
you gave
Seven.
it the lowest rating out of all of us, Cameron. I'm surprised.
What, 8 out of 10?
Yeah, we all gave it 9 and 10. So
I mean, it
Is
was
this on
good.
IMDb?
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
you
if I
rate.
was gonna have a kid,
Oh,
maybe I'd be like, oh, this is so sweet. But
Yeah, find a
Well,
movie that
and you
entertains
just
your kids and you're very
yeah, and you'll just be
grateful.
happy
You give it
like
an
there's
extra star. You're like, thank you, movie. Taking
like
my
and
kids
thank you
off
for
my
making
hands.
a good kids movie that's not propaganda.
That doesn't insult my kids' intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I watched Mickey 17 in the theater with Allie, and we were both surprised. I was expecting to not enjoy it, but it's kind of the same thing with Okja. I went in with Okja expecting to hate it, and then I was like, hey,
Oh my
honestly, kind of
gosh.
fun. The problem with Mickey 17, the first half, honestly, really fun, and I loved kind of what was going on. And I loved the dynamic. Robert Pattinson did such a good job, like his performances, and I genuinely was like, they're two different people. Like these are not the same like person.
Didn't his performance remind you a little bit of Jake Gyllenhaal from Okja as well? Just kind of the like really
Yeah.
weird.
Like over the yeah, I don't I think I wonder if like Bong Joon-ho just has like a weird kind of perception of like Americans or whatever. Because I
Well,
think it's funny we're always portrayed like really greedy and like over the top for like things like that. Because I also Mark Ruffalo's like performance was like jarring how weird he was.
well,
I
I
think he
think
was
he
a
was trying
stand-in
to
for
be
Trump, right?
he was
Yeah.
going for
Yeah.
Trump, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other characters though, I think he might be an anime fan. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised to me because there's
It almost
always
makes me feel like, is there like a language barrier too, where part of me is like when you watch Trolls 2, not to compare Mickey 17 to Trolls 2, but my point was you have an Italian director who's directing you and like you should say something like this, and they're like the American equivalent when you directly translate what you're saying is more horrifying than you probably intended it to be. And I feel that way with Okja. I feel that way with Mickey 17. I haven't even seen it, but just from the trailers and all that stuff, I was
I
like,
just I
I
just
could
feel
tell
like
Robert Pattinson's going there, and that does, yeah. But
I
I
just
don't
felt
doubt his acting abilities. So
I just felt like it lost kind of the point. Like the first half
yeah.
was fun, and it's like, oh, he's here to essentially be like the test dummy to make sure that we can inhabit this planet, which I'm like, that makes like a whole lot of sense and is like a fun kind of premise.
Mm.
But then just like out of nowhere, it's like, and like by the way, we should just execute all these animals. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, how is this about like another movie about animals? I'm like, I don't know.
Dude,
Like,
Bong Joon-ho loves hybrid pigs, dude. He just loves them. Just favorite thing, dude.
and then I watched Wicked for Allie because she was
Oh,
really
how do you gotta belt
clarifying
that
for
yeah,
Allie.
you gotta belt that note.
honestly,
Did you watch
if
it,
Sing
you
it,
Ty?
take
bro. I did
if
watch
you
it. It's
if you
crazy.
take out all of the singing parts, that movie's actually really good.
I didn't mind the music as much. I've never seen Wicked the play.
Take
Has anyone
out the
seen it?
singing parts.
I'm just saying, outside of the
It's
music,
literally the
Cameron,
whole
your movie
movie.
would be as long as Les Mis without the singing, which would be like a few minutes, yeah, or a few
I think
lines of
they even
dialogue that
sing the
aren't
just
sang.
regular words though in that one.
And well, they almost do in Wicked too. There's a few parts where it's like they
Oh.
almost start to sing. They're exiting a song and they're still kind of singing, and then they almost go into songs, but it's carrying from the last scene. You're like,
I
it's a
didn't
lot of music.
find
And
the
let's be fair,
popular
it is
song.
2 hours and 40 minutes long,
And it's
and it
only
is
part one.
part one. And you're like, this is a musical that goes on for like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like no, and a play like I'm sure the play is like 2 or 3 hours. My point is, you have a part one of a movie of a musical that is a prequel to a movie that's beloved. So it just doesn't make any sense. But I
I'm
found
very much
myself
looking forward to
pleased.
them burning her. Oh, sorry, melting her. They threw the water on her. That's what it was.
But
No.
but honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like I thought it was pretty enjoyable.
Mhm.
I think Ariana killed it. I forget
Yeah,
that she got her
she was
start in
good for the.
acting because
Yeah,
I was like, she's a really good actress, and I'm like,
she was a
oh
good
yeah, she like
Galinda.
was a Nickelodeon kid, like actress or Disney Channel, whatever it was for Victorious or
Yeah,
whatever.
she was probably on Quiet on Set, probably. So a moment of silence for Ariana Grande and her upbringing.
Oh my gosh.
She
But
probably, I think she was.
Was
Wasn't she one
she?
of the victims?
I
I'm
don't think
I'm
pretty sure.
not
so.
sure.
I'm pretty sure if you go back, you can find one creepy photo with her injection. Jack Schneider. What was Dan Schneider putting his
Yeah.
grubby hands all over her?
But and then I
Sausage
watched
fingers.
Fresh with Sebastian Stan. I enjoyed it.
Sebastian Stan.
I just wish they would have spent more time on him as the killer and less with the girl. I just didn't really care because the moment she got captured, I'm like, okay, well she's like obviously gonna escape. and it was just like how it was gonna happen to me. Like I kind of wish we would have gotten more into
Cameron
like
didn't get the thrill when he knew that she would get out away.
well, no, I also just didn't enjoy it. Like I felt like they did the reveal too early. I felt like
Hmm.
because in the beginning he's like super romantic and charming, and you're like, oh my gosh, because in the beginning it shows her struggling to date and showing that all of these guys are weirdos, and then he's like charming, like charismatic, and you're like, oh my gosh. But then it's like it pulls the rug out from you just a little too quick because it's just like there's some sort of weird things that he does that you're like, okay, but like he's cute. We'll like let it slide. And then it's just like, oh
Like
yeah, I
save her
drugged you.
toenails or something? Like what weird stuff are you talking about?
It was just like weird things that he would be like he had no social medias and he like wouldn't like ever want to go to like meet other people with her. But and he
So
was
far,
like, oh,
you've
let's go.
described me to a T. Yes, I am not
And
very
he's like,
far
let's go to my
removed.
cabin. And he's like, there's no Wi-Fi, or like he's like, there's
Stay out of my basement.
yeah,
Cameron's
there's
like,
just
this is a
like
horror movie.
there's
Yeah,
things
no.
that it's like, okay, little weird vibes, but I wish they would have kind of hinted at it more and like teased you a little bit more because otherwise, like it was like 30 minutes in, she wakes up and she's chained to the wall, and I was like, okay, like, and then I'm like, what are we gonna do for the next hour? And then it was like her befriending the girls inside and trying to like create a plan. I don't know. But I thought Sebastian
I don't.
Stan did a great job, because he's a carnivore or not carnivore, a cannibal. We're like, and so he's just like, and he says that humans are like the best tasting thing ever. And so and he's a surgeon Ty, so he like cuts off people, like he keeps people alive because he says that the meat is best when it's like tender and fresh. It's insane. And so like every line out of his mouth
Was
is
that
like
not from
gold.
Dexter or from Hannibal or Silence of the Lambs or something? I feel like
My
that's from
I just
something.
and what I love too is his interaction with her. He always is like, he's like, I'm trying to be nice. Like as she's chained up to the wall and he like says something to her and she's like, get away from me. And he's like, I'm trying to be nice to you. It's like, you need to eat. Like things like that, where I'm like, bro does not process what is going on in that. Like she is chain linked up to a wall. Like, um, and then, and it was kind of crazy how she got out. She bit his dick off
Wow.
and rubbed toothpaste in his eyes. I was like, you go, girl. Um, and
That's
then
not where your toothpaste goes. That's silly.
I showed Allie Rush Hour 1 and 2. We still need to watch the third. I forgot the second one was really fun. But dude, Chris Tucker is just so dang funny. It's amazing. And then I watched Hush. I made the mistake of watching it by myself in the middle of the day. That movie sucked. I was so bored.
Is that the deaf one?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, the house invasion one.
It,
Yeah.
it I feel like it's one of those movies that if you watch in a group, you're all like, oh, it's kind of like a wait until dark. But it's like a wait until dark if she was in the Matrix, because like she's just out here dodging knives and crossbows. I'm like, okay, like she's not Superwoman. Like, what is going on? Like, I
Cameron's
just
like,
felt like,
how is she able to dodge things? She's deaf.
well, and other time she like felt him breathe on the back of her neck, and so that's how she dodged the knife swing. I'm like, also, bro, like
You know,
breathed
when
on
you
the
don't
neck
have
and
one of
then
your
wound up
senses,
like
your other
this.
senses are heightened, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, Daredevil's believable because it's a comic book. I'm like, this is so unbelievable.
The only
But
thing that was unbelievable was the memes from Ben Affleck, but I guess they didn't come out until way after. Never mind. The joke didn't land. I was gonna say that Ben Affleck looked like he had a good time on a movie set.
oh, and then yeah, that just
Just-
on Batman v Superman,
I know, dude. The
1,000 yard
freaking
stare.
cigarette. Yeah, he's just
Oh.
he's like so depressed.
And then
Which, yeah, we could talk about that later, but Cameron,
I rewatched the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and I was impressed. I liked it even more the second time.
mm.
I honestly think that's a lot of Guy Ritchie movies. I'm surprised I enjoy it even more. I think because it's so fast, sometimes you just miss stuff,
It's
and
like
then
the man
like
from Uncle and the Suicide Squad had a baby, and then he directed by
yeah,
Guy Ritchie.
yeah, it kind of is. Um,
Yeah, it's good.
Jordan watched it, and then because of that, I finally convinced Allie to watch The Gentleman. And then because we've been watching a lot of her movies, we watched A Cinderella Story.
I
And
watched that with my wife as well.
yeah, Jennifer Coolidge will
She is
forever
so funny.
she will forever be one of my hear me outs. I was always attracted to her as a kid. I don't know why. Like in Legally Blonde, I thought she was attractive. Like
No,
I
Jennifer Coolidge, she's hilarious. Yeah, dude, did you watch Gentlemen Broncos?
uh-uh.
Dude, the comedic timing of her in that movie, you need to watch it. It's hilarious. She plays like a Midwesterner mom, or like not a Midwestern, from like Utah, like a Utah mom. You need to watch it. It's
That's
hilarious.
funny. Okay.
So
Um,
funny.
and then the kind of last ones I watched Endless Love with Allie, like the newer one. Um, like I totally see why it's so up her like her alley. No pun intended. But just like very like fun and cheesy. And then we watched The Accountant, the first one, in prep for the second one, and watched the second one. And the second one was honestly really fun. Um,
Hmm.
and it was
Do you like
like
the first one better or the second one better? I think I like the second one more.
me and her were kind of talking about this. Tonally, it's so different. It's literally like
Yeah.
a different genre because the first one's kind of like action, kind of like John Wickish almost, where it's like this
Hmm.
dude has like these skills and is like unstoppable. The second one's almost like a brotherly love movie
Yeah.
mixed with the what's the one Sound of Freedom, like anti-trafficking. It's
That's so
like
funny you said Sound of Freedom. I did think that too, but
because
I'm like, it's
it's
just
literally
because
like
of kids. That's because of the kids. You
literally
gotta
like a
rescue the kids.
bromance with like
John
mixed with
Bernthal
Sound
and
of Freedom.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bromance. That is funny
Sorry,
that you said
I don't
that.
want to
Yeah.
spoil.
But
Oh
and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
I and then also in the theaters we watched Warfare, me, Jordan, and Allie. Holy cow.
Alex Garland. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh.
it's one of those movies. It's kind of like a jarhead for me, where I'm like, I can't definitively say really anything bad about it, but like I can't go above an 8 just because I'm like, I don't know that I ever want to watch it again just because it's so heavy and you're just like, how do people do this? And like how have people done this? Like this is crazy. And like I think it was Ali or Jordan said afterwards, they're like, well, what sucks is like the entire time it's like, why are they even here? Like what was the purpose
Ali
of the
said that, yeah.
mission? Yeah. It's just like it's one of those things that you're just kind of like it's just a bunch of 20 year and that's why honestly I love that the opening scene is just all of them watching Eric Peeds or whatever Call on Me. And it's just they're like doing like the and it's like all the girls in like the leotards like thrusting and stuff like that, like doing the dance to the music video. And then like they're out and then like it's super loud in the theater and then it just cuts to the silence of them moving through the streets. And then you see like them look across like the scene at one of each other and they're like and you're just like, these are literally just kids. Like these are 20-year-olds who are like out here fighting people. Like, I don't know. It's just it was crazy to me. And
Mhm.
then the last one I saw that I want to talk about was Sinners, which was really fun. I'm not gonna spoil.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil. Essentially, just like I was just really impressed. The way I explained it to Jordan, I just said it's essentially like Get Out, Django, Nosferatu, and Soul mixed into one movie. It's like it's honestly I would say it's like the music sets the tone for the movie. It's like a movie about music and about like eat like demons and angels kind of vibe. It's weird. But it's vampires. I don't know. It's a really interesting kind of vibe, and it's just overall kind of a fun thriller. Like that's why it kind of reminded me of the Get Out. It's like it's one of those things that like there is a ton of symbolism and deeper meaning, but overall it is just like a fun movie. And for me, that was like a solid 8. So, but yeah, seen a bajillion things, and that's not even all of the other 2 months of October, November, and December and January. So
I love it. Give our audience something to hear, and listen to us about, man. They miss our sultry voices talking about movies, man. We've missed you, fans. That's why we're talking about all these
And,
movies that we've
and in case
seen.
people didn't understand Ty's joke when he said I've been kidnapped, he's just talking about his new background. Actually, your old background looked like you had been kidnapped and put in a basement. You're just like talking.
Well, yeah, I didn't finish. I got kidnapped and put in a much better situation. Has anyone ever been kidnapped
a
before in
lot
a
of people
better
would call that
situation?
rescuing.
I was rescued, yeah. I was lost, now am found.
Now you now you don't look like
I
you live in a dungeon.
I don't look in a dungeon, dude. This is my theater room. This is my Zen. Got my TV.
You're
I'm
you were angled at the ceiling. It was really funny.
I was like,
That was a really good
This
shot
is
of the
my
ceiling, though.
this is my
This is
TV.
my roof.
This is my room. I've got my cribs. I'm not wearing any pants. No, I'm kidding. I've got pants on, everybody. Calm down. So anyway, yeah, I was getting a renovation done. So while Cameron was busy watching movies and everything, I put the podcast on hold because I had my busy selling season between October to December. And then when that finished up, the work on my basement had begun. And so now my basement's finished. And I was gonna make just an observation, like, you know, just do what you love, podcast listeners, because we did a podcast and it did absolutely nothing to fund a dream of mine to own a basement and a movie theater of my own. So I worked really hard, actually, and then I do this as a hobby. So that's my lesson I wanted to share with y'all. Get a good paying job so you can do your hobbies and live out your lifelong dream. Record a movie podcast in my own movie theater room. So. I've made it to cloud nine. That's what I'm here. I just to brag, just a little pat on my back. So, but I'm so sorry for the hiatus, and it won't ever happen again. We're here to stay, folks. We're not going anywhere. So tell your friends, share the episode, and share the podcast with anyone that you think might like talking about movies. Jordan, what have you seen lately, man?
Or don't, you know,
Or
whatever you
don't
choose.
share the podcast. Actually, we really like just a few listeners. I just would love to know the one or two people that did get this notification that we posted another episode, and they're like, and I don't have anyone to tell this great news to. This podcast that I used to love just posted again. They're back from the
They can
dead,
tell each of
baby.
their 6 multiple personalities.
It's too bad that each of them can't leave her a positive review. Create a new account for each of them. But Jordan, what do you watch lately, man?
Well, I'm just trying to think of anything of note. You can just check out my letterbox, Jordo0. But I'm just thinking of like the new stuff that's been out, Ty. Monkey, you need to check out. I think I've already
I
told
do
you
want to see
that.
that one. Yeah, I
I
want to
I
see
Or
that.
bought
when
it.
you were in the theater with me. The
Mhm.
new Final Destination. No, wait, did they show that trailer in our?
Not with us, but
Okay.
I did see the trailer for
I've seen
that.
the trailer already.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Are you guys hyped at all? It doesn't really do anything for
I
me anymore.
I I would watch it with Jordan just because those movies are some of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, those
I do love the first one. The first one is
Nothing,
good. It's
literally,
fun.
there will never be a cinema death that could be better than the when they just power and the cord is like wrapping around his neck. Oh man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I actually have that on my watch list. I'm very excited about it. I love the Final Destination movies. Um, yeah, I mean, Ty watched Severance. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I've been watching
You
a
didn't
lot
watch
of.
Severance season two? You didn't finish it, dude?
No, I don't care. And
But
then
you did
I
watch
tried watching. I tried
the
watching Severance. I
flashback
tried
episode.
watching Andor.
But you did watch the
And
flashback episode, right?
I only watched 2 episodes or something, or not even. I don't know.
I don't
You
think
Something
you
didn't
like
watched
watch
the
the
the.
episode I told you to watch, episode seven?
I don't
Dude,
care.
watch episode
Jordan,
seven.
do you
It's
want to
by
see a
far top.
sexy what's his name?
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott. He's sexy in that episode.
I I
I
just
will
can't.
say, as a very straight man,
I
it
watched too
was great to
many.
see him in some not that creepy pale,
Yeah, not
phosphorescent
the hospital
lighting.
lighting.
Yeah, yeah.
With some like,
The sterile, yeah.
yeah, you get some like
It's
sunlight on him and doesn't look like
a little
that
bit
he
of clean,
has a
unclean
sleep.
shaven. Yeah. I remember thinking, I'm like, dude, he's a handsome fella, but it's literally the heart of the show, and the reason you're supposed to care is that episode. So I highly recommend it, Jordan. Episode seven.
I've already tried watching too many shows. I watched. You guys said The Penguin. I
You don't
couldn't get
understand
into
me. I
it.
don't care if you watch the rest of the show. You should just watch episode seven
Fine,
because
I'll watch it.
it'll give you some closure. Because for me, I watched it and it kept me watching the show. Because I actually
Well, I
too
am.
wanted to check out. I was like, I'm done. And then I was like, now they finally gave me the heart. They presented the heart of the show at the core, what it is that we're rooting for, and it worked so well. And I think it's one of the best episodes of TV of like all time. I put it like top 10 episodes of any show, that one single episode. So just watch the fetching episode and then we'll talk. All right.
All
I'm
right.
serious. Loved it. I don't know.
I am
Cameron knows what
watching
I'm
The
talking about. Yeah.
Rehearsal. Loving it so far. Season 2 is amazing.
I haven't
Uh,
seen episode two yet, but I did
oh,
watch episode one.
okay. Well, I
Love
love
it.
it.
Like,
And then
so Cameron, have you watched it?
Jordan
I,
just showed me. We
I
watched like the first little bit, and then we watched the Germans.
oh, don't spoil. That's episode 2. Ty hasn't seen that yet.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it. But what's so great about episode one, he's like, when I realized what capabilities I had, I actually could potentially save lives. But I've been tasked by HBO to make a comedy series, and I haven't done either saved lives or made anyone laugh. So funny. I don't know why Nathan Fielder like does this meta thing, but it's just very, very smart and intelligent. It's not just like, oh, it's funny. But he's like grappling with this stuff. And again, I don't know how much of it is real and like what he really feels. But they just keeps using this motif of this clown that's trapped under his car, like screaming for help, and it is so funny.
That's
Everyone's
right.
just laughing at
Ah,
this clown,
ah.
and he keeps thinking about how he's like this clown, and no one will take him seriously. And
Well,
anyway,
he's like honking
it's
his
so
horn
good.
or whatever. Yeah.
He's got a little rubber horn. Help! Everyone's just laughing at the clown.
Cameron said he
It's
rewatched the Nathan For You episode with his cousins, right?
Yeah, I showed
Which one? The
Allie
rebate? The
anything,
rebate's
the
probably one of the
rebate. Yeah.
best. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's
What I
amazing.
wasn't accounting on is how much
You
people
know,
were willing to. What
well,
did he say?
you're
How little
you're
time they had on their, or how
you're
much time
about
they
to
had on
find
their
out
hands?
that one of his episodes got canceled on Hulu. But I won't get into that because you'll watch it in the rehearsal. He talks about it in episode 2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
All
because
right,
it's
dude.
supposedly anti-Semitic. But anyways, we won't get into that. So uh,
Moving on.
second thing is show that I watch that I love is Mike Judd's TV
Oh, I think I know
show.
which, when you said anti-Semitic, I know which episode. Is it the one with the clothing or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, but I don't know anything about what this is in reference to
Yeah,
or like
yeah, you'll
what happens, but I
watch
remember
the
the episode.
episode,
It's
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah.
So yeah, Common Side Effects, produced by Mike Judd. So good.
That was
I
a good
love it.
show. I'll
Yeah.
recommend Cameron if you haven't seen it.
I watched the first episode for you,
20-minute
Cameron.
episodes. Yeah. I actually, Cameron, it's so funny. The first episode, I was like, I don't get it. And then like very quickly I started to get it. Like, I
Didn't
don't
you
know.
watch the first one, Cameron, or not?
Yeah, we watched it together.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Again, the first episode I was kind of like, I think I get what the show's
I
about.
don't. I just don't love that animation style. It reminds me of like
That's right.
the fat kid. And it reminds me of like what's the one that
King of the
uh
Hill?
King of the
Fat Kid?
Hill,
Is that who you're talking about?
no
Oh,
South Park.
that
I
fat kid. It's just-
There's like an
Beavis and
internet
Butthead? They're
show.
not really fat.
it is
Yeah,
kind of like
there's-
Butthead, but it's also
yeah.
there's another one that Jordan you really like. What's the one with like the
Brickleberry?
yes Brickleberry.
It looks nothing like that style. That's more like Family
No.
Guy.
Yeah. No, Brickleberry's too Family Guy. American Dad kind of.
Yeah, it's more
Well,
like
No,
Beavis and Butthead
no,
style.
but yeah,
okay, well
I'll
I don't
get,
like
yeah.
it either way.
No, but Cameron, if anything, like again, 20-minute episodes help, but like
Which
I know,
the
but I
show
also
takes
just
a
think
lot of
I also just
pleasant
think it's
turns.
much
Yeah.
more in the vein of what you guys are passionate about, which is like conspiracy with the government.
which
Yeah.
which kind of hurts which kind of hurts my feelings, Cameron, because my animation style is a lot like Beavis and Butthead, so I take offense to
Yours is like 12 times more violent.
that. No, actually, Common Side Effects has a lot of violence. But anyways, I think that's about
it
it.
kind of
Oh,
it's like a funny, like lighthearted Breaking Bad in a way meets Ozark. Like there's a little element of that where it's like very quickly like this altruistic guy is like being roped into like a drug trade. But that's like one part of it because he's also trying to be co-opted into like an evil corporation. So it's
mhm.
very funny because it's like both opposite worlds want what this guy is doing and he's just trying to like be a good person. And
And
it's really good. Like I
yeah,
just can't
them
recommend it
ending
enough.
with the Enya song, I was like, this is the greatest show ever.
It is so good. And
It's
Cameron,
so
if
good.
anything, you got to watch it for the relationship between the two cops. It's like a great buddy cop show as well.
Yeah,
You
they're
got
really
their relationship's great.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was
Wait.
a dude. I thought there were two dudes, but then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a chick. Like the whole dancing to
Yeah. The
Senora
music.
Shake Your Body line. Yeah, I was like, jump in the line song or whatever. I was like, wait, oh, I, I thought it was a dude.
Just
Turned out to be a chick.
last two mentions because these are things you can't see on my letterbox talking about TV shows because
Mm,
letterbox doesn't have that. Well, they have some TV shows for some reason.
the curse,
But
but not, yeah, Nathan
I
Fielder.
guess actually this show is on letterbox, but Black Mirror, the latest season, really good. Some of the episodes not so great, but I do like the season overall was pretty good. Um,
What was the
and
first one that kicked off with a bang, right? I remember hearing who was in it.
yeah, that first
It was
episode is so good. It's got the
good.
Is
girl
it the
from Parks
USS
and Rec.
Callister again or no?
That was really good as well. No, the best episode is
Same
oh
show,
no.
Cameron, but yeah. Yeah, I can't remember.
No,
Was
well,
it Chris
Ty,
O'Dowd?
they do a second episode to the USS Callister.
Oh, really? Is it
Yeah,
any
there's a
good? I
sequel.
mean, is it
I
any
liked
good?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It honestly it made me like think
Do
I
I
was
have to
gonna
see
like
another smooth Barbie man? The Poyle brothers or whatever.
huh?
Smooth Barbie
Oh
man.
yeah. He's so good. I love him. Are you kidding me? I think he's like seriously one of I like really like him as an actor. Anyways,
What have you
co
seen him in other than House of
oh, a ton of
Cards?
stuff. Are you kidding me? He was in
Uh,
Stay Alive. That's where I first saw him. He
oh,
was
that's right. I
he's the
remember.
nerdy friend. And
Yeah.
then he was also in what's the one where the guy talks to himself? He got canceled. Kevin Spacey and the
Yeah, I just said the House of Cards. Yeah.
oh, House of Cards. I'm sorry, you
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
And then he plays the crazy guy in White House Down. That movie was terrible, but he was really
White
funny.
House Down. Was that
Yeah.
the Jamie Foxx one, or is that the
Uh, that
Yes,
with
Jamie
Gerard
Foxx
Butler?
is the
Oh, with
president.
Channing
Channing
Tatum, or
Tatum.
was it the
Channing
one
Tatum.
with Morgan Freeman and Aaron Eckhart and
Yeah, they did have two
Gerard
movies come out at the
Butler?
same time.
They
No,
literally did, but one of them stunk, and I'm pretty sure Olympus Has Fallen and what and White House Fallen or whatever were better.
White House
White
Down.
House Down.
White House
I
Down.
think
No,
Olympus was probably better.
I think
Olympus Has Fallen was
Olympus was
better.
definitely better.
Oh yeah, Gerard Butler's movie.
White House Down
Channing
was a
Tatum and
little
Jamie Foxx
cheesy.
was so bad. Yeah, I love
The
you,
episode is
Channing
called
Tatum.
Common People. Highly recommend it, Ty, because sometimes you pick and choose a few Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
Common People.
Common People. It's got
Is
the guy
that
from
the
it.
pilot or not? That's not the pilot of
Yes, the
the, or
pilot,
sorry,
and
I didn't mean pilot. Premiere
yeah,
first episode of the season. Yeah,
of
I
this
said
season.
premiere
Yeah,
pilot.
not
Yeah,
don't watch the
yeah,
pilot of
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
season.
yeah.
This
What is the
one,
pilot of Black Mirror anyway? What
it's
is
the
Him
it?
one
having
where
sex with a pig.
Well,
It's the gentleman, except like
now I know what hooked you guys initially and why you kept watching, kept sticking around to see if they'd ever top that. So,
well, it's that
um,
ending. You're just like, she was let go before.
well, sorry, what ending? What are we talking about?
Okay, so Common People has the guy from IT Crowd and then the girl
You're
from
talking about
Parks and
Chris
Rec.
O'Dowd? Yeah, I actually know his name for some reason. I don't know
Well,
if I'm
and
saying it
then
right.
Rashida
Irish.
Jones
Rashida Jones. Oh
from
yeah,
Parks
yeah.
and Rec. Yeah, and The Office. But and then I'm very excited and looking forward to the new season of Love, Death, and Robots. I love this show.
yeah, Love, Death, and Robots is really good.
I
New
haven't
season's
seen
coming
it.
out.
I keep seeing it. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Okay. I wanted
Okay,
to watch Arcane. Have you guys watched Arcane? I've just got that on
Arcane
my
season
list.
1 is really good.
I've heard it. Season
I
one's
watched the
good.
first
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. Fan, stop watching. You're not
There's
No,
too
interested.
many.
no,
There's too many
I
shows.
do
Yeah.
want to finish it, but yeah, there's just overload. But it is really good from what I've seen.
I know. It's crazy. Like, why are they ratcheting up? Slow down. Can't keep up.
So,
I,
Ty, what movies have you
Yeah,
watched
dude, what do I
or
watch?
shows?
Let me get up my letterbox because I've watched six movies in the last 6 months.
Oh, Flight Risk. We were going to talk about that.
Well, yeah. That's the last movie because I'll let Cameron go before
The
we talk about Flight Risk, even though you
well, are
can't
you going to
spoil
watch
it and
it?
it's yeah, it's
I might watch
Okay.
it just because I want to see him act like a psycho.
Well,
well, you
that's the
don't see it
problem. You
enough,
don't
yeah.
really get to see any of it. You just
Oh,
skip to the end. That's the only good part.
Let's get to the end.
It seriously, the end is hilarious, and then
Okay,
it's
look at this. So since Dan in real life, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 movies.
that's
Not
still a
bad.
lot. Yeah,
It's quite a few
it's
movies.
like that's like half I watch in a
It's
day,
like
but
that's like
yeah.
like that's really good, Ty. Good for you. Okay, so What's funny is I'm literally looking at a movie and I did not remember what it was. It was that foreign film. Did I mention this one on the podcast? Apocalypse Z. It just kind of was like 28 days later, but it was a foreign film, so they had some really good moments in it, and it has a terrifying zombie baby. So if it's just worth it for seeing that, just watch it. There's an unintentionally funny zombie baby. Then I watched Brothers. Uh, it was, I think it was written by Ethan Cohen. Just kind of felt lazy. Glenn Close,
Wait, are you
Josh
talking about
Brolin, and
Brothers
Peter
with?
Dinklage.
Are you
No,
talking about
what?
with
No,
Jake Gyllenhaal?
no. That's the other Brothers movie. There's two movies called Brothers. This one is about Josh Brolin and his dwarf brother, Peter Dinklage, and their mother, Glenn Close. And they're like, it's like a heist movie, but it's just kind of lazy.
Hmm.
Um, it was fine. Like, but the best part was seeing Brendan Fraser as a over the top, zealous, bombastic police officer. Like the trailer actually was very funny. So watch the trailer and you don't need to see the movie. Like Brendan Fraser's in it and he's like yelling at them driving the car, yelling that he is justice. It's funny. Like the trailer's worth a laugh, but
Interesting.
the movie sucked. Um,
I noticed you saw Arcadian, and I watched it, and I
yeah,
actually think Cameron might like it. Don't you think? It's like
sure. Yeah.
it's what's that one they have to be quiet? A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place, yeah. Yeah, it's a
And
lot like
the
that.
creatures, they make these snapping sounds, and for some reason it makes me laugh.
It made me think of like Tomorrow War a little bit too. I don't know. Just
Yeah, yeah.
weird kind of creature design, but kind of cool, memorable, you know. And then you got Nick Cage who's not going too over the top. He's just being,
Well, unfortunately, he didn't get enough screen time, in my opinion.
yeah, of course.
So that's
Surprise,
why I'm thinking.
surprise.
Well, that's why I'm thinking you might like it, Cameron, because it focuses on these two kids.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I rewatched Heretic, or did I just watch it? Did it come out in theaters in November, or did Heretic come out? Because we would have reviewed that on the pod, right?
Oh, we reviewed. That was the last one we reviewed.
What? Heretic? I thought it was
We
Dan in Real Life. Oh, I must have
no,
these out
we
of
that
order
was the
then.
last episode we did.
I watched Chronicles of Narnia with my kids. That was good fun. Kids really had a great
What?
time. Uh, we watched
Wait, how
a
far
chick
back are
flick.
you going? Holy crap.
How far back? Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Did I already talk about these? If you brought up Arcadian,
Yeah, because go. Oh,
when was our episode? I just have Dan in Real Life.
I
I
don't.
watched that in October, and that was when we did the pod.
Okay, just start
The,
cruising through. Sorry, keep going.
yeah, Hot Frosty. That was a chick flick. I feel like I made comments. I talked to you about it, right? Maybe
I
I
don't
talked
know.
about it on the podcast. Did we talk about the movie Thanksgiving? See, no, because
I feel like we did, but
we talked about it, but not on the pod. So
then
you've
why
heard
did
my
you
thoughts
review
about
28
this.
years later? You haven't seen it. What are you doing reviewing it?
Damn.
Criminal. You can't give a movie 5 stars and
Oh no,
then
it's funny because my review, I wanted people to see what I put. I said,
I know, I
Danny
saw it.
Boyle didn't milk 28 Days Later franchise, but he sure milked the heck out of Killing Murphy.
Yeah.
But it was more of, but see, I don't know if the joke means in two different ways, but anyway, it's just because he looks dried up. He looks like a raisin. Poor boy. I love my boy Killian. Anyway, Ritual, Blue Ruin. I don't really have anything to say about most of these movies except Blue Ruin is great. I watched The Penguin. Watched The Penguin. Season one was great.
Mm.
Um,
Cameron,
Beetlejuice,
why haven't you
Beetlejuice,
watched it
so
yet,
funny.
Cameron? It's like your shtick.
I know. It's just because everything DC keeps letting me down, but I know I will enjoy this.
Penguin's
It
good
has
though.
like
It's
insane reviews and everybody's obsessed with it right now.
Yeah, I
yeah,
know. But
it's
everyone,
it's a good
every
show.
single time anyone's obsessed with anything at DC ends up actually being bad.
I
Yeah.
it's
But like
it's
this is
good,
good
but
though.
I
Yeah.
didn't
But it's
like
good
it,
though.
but it was
Yeah, I
Well,
good.
Kevin,
know.
it's like me. It's like me telling you, yeah, like, oh, there's a good Batman movie out. Like you're gonna go see it, you know?
I know. And I did watch the first episode and I
Oh,
did
but
enjoy it.
I guess that's a bad example though, because like this is in the Batman universe and there's no Batman, and it kind of works like
I do have some
for its
questions for
own
you
good.
though. Why did you not like Hell House? I thought that was a fun horror movie.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was like there's better. You know, it made me want
You
to
gave it
watch.
a star. So that's not I. That's you're saying it's absolute garbage.
It infuriated me, yeah, because I was like, I would much rather be watching District 9 because it was scarier than that movie, or watch the Haunt with the dramatized version of it. Because this tried to do the remember Haunt where you
It
have
is like
the
Haunt a little bit,
it
yeah.
is like Haunt, but Haunt's better.
Well,
So
of course Haunt's
watching this,
better, but this one's like
yeah,
it's more like the Blair Witch, where it's kind of a trashy.
I'd still rather watch Blair Witch though. Like imagine
Well,
watching a movie where you're like,
yes,
I wish I was watching a better movie, like Blair Witch. Then that's a
uh,
problem of mine. If I'm watching a movie
that
and I'm
yes,
like,
if you
I
compare them,
should be,
sure.
yeah, I should be watching what came before it, because like it doesn't build or do anything with it. Anyway, I also did not care for the time jump. I think it actually did it a disservice because the whole buildup was about what happened that night. And then they like try to go back and explain it, and it doesn't explain it. So it's like, just
Um,
save the end for the end. They played some of the stuff at the beginning, like,
I
oh,
just thought it was
we're gonna
fun. Is
learn what
like
happened,
they
and then you
took
don't learn what happens, and then you watch it happen a second time, and you're like, great,
they took
awesome.
what I thought was the best
Yeah.
episode in Doctor Who, which is the only episode I've seen, so I can't really decide if it's the best, but
Arguably the best episode, the only one that managed
the
to reach
only one
me.
I watched.
Uh,
But I like that concept where they took where the weeping angels, it's like anytime you look away, it gets closer to you. Like, oh, I just think that's such a good
yeah,
horror
yeah,
idea.
no. So like I said, it has the potential for a really good 6 minute YouTube video, like lights out, or something. Like
I
it
see
would
what
have been a
you're
much better
saying.
because it had, you're right, the clown stuff, all that was great. But in
See,
the
and
end,
yeah. And
Haunch
then
was
I
a better
also I
movie,
have to
and
give you crap for
I
giving me
love this.
crap for
Yeah,
Studio
what
Ghibli movies, and you like loved Ponyo. I
Ponyo,
told you.
dude, just it's not like I didn't think I'd like it, but I do still feel weird being like, "Oh, you should watch. It's a really beautiful film." Because I'm like, but isn't it anime? And then I just feel acne boiling up on my face, and just feel my underwear turning into whitey tighties or something. I don't know why that has anything to do with it, but it's just like turning into a nerd. I don't know, like it just
Ugh.
feels weird. But I feel weird saying that because I'm
Yeah,
like,
Cameron's
it's
been burning
beautiful, and I
through a
shouldn't
ton
judge
of
people who
anime
watch
right
it.
now.
Yeah, again, this is like when I watch any South Korean film, I'm like, this is like better than any American cinema, like anything that we've done in the last decade. Like most movies do better than any of the trash that we've been producing over here. So watching Ponyo, like one, if it entertains my kids and my kids love
Ponyo.
it and they
I
quote it
like how you
all the
say
time,
ponyo,
Ponyo.
ponyo.
Ponyo, Ponyo, Ponyo. Yeah, it's just a very delightful film. And
Have you
there
watched it
was
yet,
like,
Cameron?
No, that's one I haven't seen yet.
It's a good one.
no, it's yeah, it's like a Finding Nemo meets Little Nemo. I don't know. That's like the movie.
Meets
Banana
Little
pajama, banana
Mermaid.
pajama.
No, 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 Little Nemo. I don't know if you've ever
The
seen that
creepy
movie, Cameron.
show. Banana pajama, banana
There's
pajama.
there is a movie, Cameron, out there called
It's
Little Nemo,
terrifying.
and it is one of those movies that is so scary for children, and it leaves you with it's like Secret of Nim. We need to do a podcast where we review these
Oh
movies
yeah.
because they're still scary, like as an
No,
adult watching.
the scariest movie ever is I can't believe you suggested the never ending story. I'm never
Yeah,
watching that ever again.
So good.
Artax. Yeah, that's stupid horrors.
Dude, I used to have nightmares about the
The
walkway where they're like,
statues.
yeah, where he's like, well, if you're worthy enough, it won't
Wait, the
shoot
Sphinx
kill
with
Yeah,
the
the
you.
Sphinx.
I was like, sorry?
I don't know,
Yeah,
I
that
thought they
one
were
If
messed
kind
you
me
have,
up as a kid.
if
That
you're
Oh, like where
pure
it
of
slowly
heart,
opens its eyes, right?
yeah,
Yeah. It's
slowly
like,
opens its eyes.
dude, no, for me, it's the freaking wolf that talks, dude. And it's
yes,
just like,
He is
you will
creepy.
meet your end. So terrifying,
I
dude.
like children.
What the
Dude,
freak?
they
I don't
need to
remember
bring
him saying that.
Artex. He does say that. And they need to bring Artex
Oh,
into
wait, sorry, you're talking about
Fortnite.
a different character. I thought you were talking about the wolf said I like children. You're
No,
talking
no,
about
it was
like
the big white creature thing.
Falcor.
And he's like,
he
I
is
like children.
scary.
He's like, for breakfast? I
That movie
He's
is
like,
so
he didn't
scary.
deny it. Yeah, he's like,
know he
well,
didn't tonight. Just
yeah, yeah, kind of. They're both. Dude, when I saw Beetlejuice though, the
Oh, that
movie
was a fun one. Have you
was
seen it
very
yet, Cameron?
funny. Like as far as a
I've never
comedy,
even seen the first one. I don't really like him.
oh, dude, the first one's good,
Classic.
and I
You
like
tried
the
to
second
show
one.
me him as a kid, and I just remember being scarred.
No, 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 no. You said we tried. Mom tried to show it to you, and I told mom these are too scary for Cameron and Grant, and she's like, I don't know. And so me, Jordan, and mom watch it, and she goes, "Yeah, you're right, Ty." And I was like, "Thank you," because I remember being a kid watching Beetlejuice. That stop motion animation is one of the most unsettling like it brings the most unsettling movements to screen. Stop motion animation scares the heck out of me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when it's
Uh,
done charmingly, like I'm not afraid of like Wallace and Gromit, but like when you watch the way stop motion is used in like a Tim Burton film, it's very unsettling. Anyway,
I just want to mention really
plus
quick, Ty, with
the
the
snake
movies you saw.
scene.
Cameron, you need to watch A Real Pain. Like Ty
Yes.
seconds it. Yes.
Well, oh yeah, for sure. You know what's funny? You just mentioned brother relationship, Cameron. I was like, dude, brother relationships are coming back to cinema. You have The Accountant 2, which is like the action version
Oh
of
yeah,
A
don't
Real Pain.
spoil.
No, I won't spoil it, but
Okay.
it's very similar where it's like a relationship about a brother. It's a sweet film. I like Kieran Culkin, and it was Jesse Eisenberg's first movie he directed, right?
I don't know about first, but yeah,
I think
he
it is
directed
his
it.
debut, yeah, but he
Oh,
directed it. But yeah, but it's well done, and the movie's it's very sweet. Kind of remind me of like the YouTube channel Preston Goes a little bit. He has an
oh,
episode where he travels on train. Highly
oh.
recommend that YouTube channel if you guys haven't checked out Preston Goes.
And
Very funny, great channel.
uh,
The guy is like he builds like a train car that rides on railroads and like goes out and explores. It's so funny, but it's great and very heartwarming too.
Cameron,
Preston
put it
Goes.
at the top of your list. And then Ty, you also mentioned an extremely goofy movie. I'm sorry, just some of those quotes are so good.
Goofy, I want you. You're
Um,
freaking dangling uvula.
well, and then leave me alone and get your own life. And then the snapping their fingers. Knock it off.
Knock it
What's the
off.
what's the matter, Brad? Don't you dare call me that.
Don't forget, he's the king, Buster. Yeah, I could literally quote that entire movie, dude. Watch it like every day.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's an amazing film. Um,
Well,
so yeah,
any
Real Pain was great. Groundhog
yep.
Day. I finally watched Blackberry. Awesome. Glenn Howerton overlooked.
His
Just
yeah,
like
hair
the
just like Tom
the bald,
Cruise.
get me
Yeah,
a
just look
phone
up at
that works. He's so good, dude. He's so angry all the time. Did I
yeah.
watch The Page Master? Still gave it a 4 stars out of 5. Hey Tyler, where you going? To the moon? It's like, how does this guy a bully? This little dweebish kid. Anyway, yeah, Christopher Lloyd acting the heck out of his scene, like an eccentric librarian scaring some kid as he comes in from the storm. Fantasy, mythical fairies, ferocious dragons. And he's like, no, 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 that's not. He's like, adventure. You're a boy who loves adventure. Cutthroat demons and cutthroat pirates. And he's like, no, that's not it. And then the thunder strikes and his eyes widen. And it's so good. Christopher Lloyd is acting the heck out of that scene. Go watch Page Master. That movie is amazing. So, and the whole movie is
Please
about
tell
you
me you've
should drink
seen that,
more.
right, Cameron?
You've
You haven't
never
seen
seen Page
Page
Master?
Master? Oh my
Stop. It's
gosh.
it's it's the Home Alone kid, Macaulay Culkin, and he turns into a cartoon and he's aided by 3 books, fantasy, horror, and adventure. What is happening right now? How have you not seen the Page Master? Because it
You
has a
think
scene in it that's too scary for kids, and it was so good. There's literally a scene where Dr. Jekyll turns into Mr. Hyde and like hair grows on his arm. It's so good. Watch it right now. Stop what you're doing. We need to watch Page Master together. We'll watch it when we get to the reunion. That's happening. Um, what else did I do? Um, I watched Shaun of the Dead again. Yeah, Ponyo. The Substance. I don't know if I talked about it on here. The Substance was great. That was a phenomenal movie. Super wacky, super weird. The yeah, Cronenberg
do you think
meets
Cameron would like it? Or because I know he's not into
Sunset
body
Boulevard.
horror,
I
but
mean, yeah, it's I don't know. Like I don't know
I
if Cameron
love
would
Ty's
enjoy it.
review
Yeah.
perfectly. You said it perfect when you said it's called on me.
Yeah,
It's
call
just-
me music video directed by Cronenberg, right? Because I know everyone
yeah.
else was comparing it to Sunset Boulevard, which again, it is about like vanity and trying to hold on to it and
I guess yeah.
what women have to deal with in Hollywood, like aging is ever a concern.
Oh yeah.
And you get replaced by a younger woman, like there's plenty of people that'll take your place. That's what Sunset Boulevard was all about, right? Holding on to
Mm.
your youth and being important and stuff. And I actually like Sunset Boulevard. That movie's great. But for some reason, it's hard to think about anything other than with all the spandex. But again, Sunset Boulevard, she was an actress and aging out of it and wanted to be relevant again. This one, it's
I
literally a
almost
jazzercise, like
I almost watched
exercise
The
movie.
Substance with my wife. Thank goodness I didn't. It's
Yeah,
basically a Black Mirror episode, Cameron. So
yeah, yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. It did feel like a Black Mirror episode. It's kind of the monkey's paw thing where it's like careful what you wish for a little bit. Yeah,
well, I just
but
love
it's
the
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, in their relationship, and yeah, that was great.
Yes, yes. There's some scenes where it goes almost corny. It feels like Sam Raimi also,
Oh yeah.
where she's like over the top, like, ew, I bet you love it. Like she's almost like overacting, but she's like so spiteful of her younger self. It's so funny. Like it was laugh out loud funny. There was unintentional comedy and there was intentional comedy. And I think Dennis Quaid was the best he's been in years since like Parent
Yeah.
Trap. He was
He was so
amazing. Like
gross.
he was so filthy. Even just in scenes where he's talking, dude, he's filthy, but he's great.
Yeah.
So an obvious stand-in for Harvey Weinstein, but I think his name was Weinstein or something like that.
I don't remember.
But or wait, did I say what was his name? Brett Weinstein? No, what was his name? Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, his name is Harvey. Yeah. Anyway, I watched Nosferatu. I enjoyed it. I think what's his face?
First
Is it
30 minutes are
Skarsgård?
amazing, and then
No, you said that. I still didn't mind it. Like I liked the whole movie, but I did feel like I wanted it's funny because I'm like, I want like a girl boss moment, and I'm like, well, she did technically use her femininity, and I'm like, I know plenty of guys that would die for that. So, yeah. Anyway, nothing really to say other than like, I did want like a stake through the heart or something like that, like all
well,
vampire
you got
movies. But
that
it's
right
like,
at the beginning. That was crazy. Just so that they opened up that grave and then stabbed the guy.
I know, right? But you need the finality because I want that at the end. That's like that's the payoff. You see how they take care of it. You want to see that at the end, and yeah, it doesn't happen like that.
I,
But then
I'm
again,
glad
I
it,
don't
it
remember the
I'm glad it's doing
Nosferatu.
well. I'm just worried that he's gonna make. I've heard somebody say he's gonna make a sequel, and I'm like, no, because he was
Nosferatu
set.
sequel.
Yeah, he was said to make a movie called The Knight, and I'm like, please give us The Knight because it was supposed to be that was what Green Knight
What's
should
the
have been, but I'm
oh
hoping.
like a knight, like an armor or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
because he does
Like, yeah, like
period
an art
pieces
house.
so good.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely, I don't know if he wants to be typecast in doing period pieces, but he's one of the few that make me want to do, watch more period pieces. But and then I too watched Juror 2 Cameron. I watched Videodrome and fell asleep, Jordan. I'm not sure why you love that
It
movie so much. It's so
it's
weird.
fine. It's not for everybody. It's
Yeah.
like Blowout. I don't like expect people to love it, but even
Yeah,
though they're perfect.
was it Cronenberg or who was it? Was it Cronenberg?
Yeah, Cronenberg.
Videodrome. Yeah, it had a very Cronenberg feel. It also made me think of Carpenter's Christie,
Long
the
live the
car
new
movie.
Flash. I love Videodrome. I don't care
Yeah.
if you don't like it.
No, no, it was fine, and I really like James Woods. I'm like, I
Especially when
wish
he
I saw
shoots
him
the
more
guy
stuff.
and then he's like,
It-
and his body starts exploding.
Yeah, dude, it makes me want to watch Possessor again, dude. The freaking
Just like
scene with
reach
Sean
inside
Bean.
his
Yeah,
chest and he
yeah.
like holds up the video. He's got a mine on his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, like I literally like dozed off and I woke up and he had like a giant chest cavity. He's like reaching in it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what did I miss? Like this movie was about like TV and like snuff films and pirating films that from all over the world. And anyway, I just thought that was really crazy. But and then of course The Accountant 2. I just went to the theaters and watched The Accountant 2. Yeah, Don Bernthal, Ben Affleck, great performances. Brotherly love. It's good stuff. And then we watched Flight Risk. Flight Risk. Cameron, do you want to stay around for this or you want to jump or
Well, I
I
just
don't
say
want it spoiled, so I'll just hop off.
all right.
it's funny because I don't think you can spoil that movie.
Yeah, there's
Like
nothing to this. It's
wait until
literally
dark on an
Roadhouse, the
airplane.
remake.
It-
I,
Roadhouse the
I still want to check out the last little bit though.
All right.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, finish it off.
Okay.
Later, Cameron.
Love you guys.
Thanks for coming on. Peace.
Peace.
Just
But
the only part that I loved, Ty, was when the guy was leaned up in the hospital bed and he's like, "Arr!" And he's got like the thing on his face.
well, I
Eh,
just thought how blatant it was so funny. Like this guy like gets a phone call and looks at I don't know, chick from Down Abbey, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll take care of it." Like he's like, "I'm gonna go kill him now." And she just watches him go and she's like, "Oh no," and then picks up a gun and chases after him. Opens the ambulance doors and there he's just sitting there.
and I did love though when he was hanging on the side of the, and then he just goes, "Ah, ripped out." That CGI of the plane like spinning like crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I
That
know
was
it's like
funny.
you're really trying to do like this massive spectacle at the end of your movie, a big payoff, right? Because you're like the whole time are you worried about this plane crashing and landing? But anyway, um, yeah, the movie was fine. I just thought it was so funny. Mark Wahlberg's choices, and I don't know if that was Mel Gibson's directing and giving him space to do what he thought. Like, what if I'm just like, what if I had like a bald cap on and I was kind of ugly and repulsive to look at, you know? That's how he pitched it to Mel Gibson.
No,
Mel Gibson's
Mel
like,
Gibson in an interview
sure.
said Mark did come up with the idea. He said-
See, that doesn't surprise me. And Mel Gibson's kind of like, is there any way I could talk you out of this? But like, he's like, hey, that's cool. Like, that's cool, man. Thanks for bringing this idea because
No, and
I think Mel Gibson, yeah, in Mel Gibson's defense, I
Mel
think this
said
is a
in
much
an
better idea.
interview too, he's like, we had to cut some stuff. He was going pretty far with the character.
He's going full like method acting, just cutting people on set, punching people on set.
Mm,
That's so funny. But yeah, like as far as like kind of like it's the phone booth. It's like one location, small cast, small kind of a contained story in one location. Um and it's fun for that, you know. Popcorn flick, turn your brain off but anytime I tried to turn my brain off, I was distracted by Marky Mark's chewing, dude. Oh my gosh, this is
I
dumb. And
hate
I
when
get
people
it. I
the
know. I'm like,
the thing
movies
is
shouldn't allow people to
I
chew
actually
gum.
fell asleep at that part, so because I was
Oh,
just
there you
like
go.
the beginning is so slow. But yeah, as
Yeah.
soon as his hair falls off, I'm like, okay, things are getting interesting.
Don't you see? It'll be a great reveal. It'll be like a true reveal of his bad character because he has such bad hair, dude. It's pretty deep. Mel Gibson.
Hey, he followed your theory about how bald people are evil.
Yeah, it's like the best movie villains are bald, dude. J.K. Simmons
Whiplash,
and
yeah.
yeah, most terrifying villains are bald. He's like, but it just was so funny because like why the hairpiece though? Like why? Like so his character and what was his motivation again? Like she's like you could have killed this when they're in the air and he goes, "What? It would be bad company, you know? I'd be like lonely up here in the air." I keep doing Marky Mark. He doesn't sound like this in the movie. He sounds all smug. And anyway,
You're
it
doing
just
the
makes me
one
laugh.
from Transformers.
Yeah,
I'm an
I'm an
inventor.
inventor. I know in
Invent.
this movie he's like, I'm a pilot. I pilot things, you know? I fly things.
Oh, oh my
Yeah, I
head.
didn't for 1 second. I actually thought the twist was going to be that he didn't know how to fly the plane. Because I would have believed it. He would have been like up in the air and he's like, I actually don't know how to
That
fly
should have
this
been the
thing.
twist. Oh
It would
my
have been
gosh, that
so
would have
funny.
been
He's like, I actually don't
amazing.
know how to
I
land. He's
don't
like,
know
I've
how to
never
fly,
taken
suckers. They should have just
it.
done twist after twist. They should have just gone all out. Oh man.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I almost feel like they tried to do it too serious. But then again, like
Yeah. It was it was weird.
Mark
It's
is
like
the guy
Goofy,
that's not in on the joke. He's literally like I don't know, like a guy that's not self-aware.
like Neil Breen,
Yeah. Like he literally said like if
like
he
The
was on the
Happening.
flight if he was on United Flight 93, he could have stopped 9/11 is like literally what he said. So I'm like that's what he believes of himself and that makes him a very interesting specimen to watch. But
Yeah.
when you watch him play a villain, he's like I'm going all out like and you're like you're chewing gum and you've got a bald cap on. Like
I think
Mr. Edgy
he's
boy
too
here.
nice to be actual villain. Like, Jake
Sure.
Gyllenhaal, he like stays up at night and he like studies
Yeah.
like
Becomes, yeah.
becomes the
Studies.
darkness.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mark Wahlberg's like, I'll just gonna chew gum because that's really annoying. And it's like,
Yeah, it's
yes, it is
annoying. I'll
annoying.
be super cocky. I'll be really condescending to her. Like, and it's like great.
Do some
It's
crazy
like,
eyes.
yeah. I know there was a few scenes where anyway, I was good to see Topher
Yeah.
Grace, and I actually feel like they did more with him there than in Heretics. I was like, there you go. Should have used him more in Heretic. They used him more in this movie. So, but then again, there was three actors in the entire film. So, well, that and the guy at the end that looks at Mary from Down Abbey and is like,
And I
say
did
bye
like
bye,
when
dear
he like
witness.
yelled at her and she hit him with a fire extinguisher. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Giving us a little bit of a Nick Cage performance is good.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, in my opinion, was it cringeworthy? Yes. And is it worth watching for that reason? Yes.
Just the
Watch
ending.
it.
Seriously, I think you should just skip and watch the end when he like as soon as his hairpiece falls off, that's when it's like, okay, that's
Yeah. Yeah. And again, to me, my life has not changed in the least bit of having watched this movie. My
well,
life will continue to go on. But
even if you
my
just skip
gosh.
to just the scenes where he interacts with people, like
Yeah. I'm sure
because the
there's a
phone
highlight
calls
reel.
are
Yeah. 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 Oh shoot.
because
Well, those
as
are the
soon as
movies
when
I've
she was
watched,
calling and
man.
she's like, "Who's the bad guy?" It's like, sure, they're all bad. I don't care.
I don't know. It's one of the two discombobulated voices in your your phone.
Yeah.
It's like you have three actors in this movie. I know one is bad, one is good, and one he's in the middle. and, and then two voices over the phone. Who's the villain in this movie? What's the twist? It's like, wow. But again, for a bottle movie, that's what you're getting. You're getting one story, it takes place in one location. It's 90 minutes, but even then it feels like it drags a little bit. And I'm like, wow, maybe you should have made it
Oh, and I
120
want to
minutes
ask, what are you thinking of Righteous Gemstones? Did you finish the first
or
episode?
80 minutes, I meant. Yeah, I watched the first episode, yeah.
Thoughts?
Um, I don't know. Like I like it. But part of me is like, I'm sure the show gets better because I can tell for some reason watching it, the actors are still kind of figuring out who they are, if that makes sense. And that always happens with the pilot, right? It's like you have an idea of where the show's going to go, but then like as the characters start to unfold, the characters get more and more comfortable in their character skin and they kind of try things. But like I'm interested. I definitely want to keep watching. I was
Okay.
surprised that it got as dark as it did because I enjoy that. Like I
Okay.
love that because I love corrupt mega churches and all that stuff. And then like it's such a thing I've never tapped into because like I'm so outside of that, Bible Belt loving big mega church, speakers, the microphone, all that stuff. I find it very fascinating where it's like these pastors are fighting over territory. That just seems very funny to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm all for it. And then like being blackmailed, as a man of God. And they're just going for it. So yeah, as far as the pilot goes, it was really entertaining. I just feel like I almost worry, and that's why I'm gonna give it a shot for a few more episodes. Like I almost feel like I know the whole show watching the pilot,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. But again, they could keep pushing the envelope and I'll be
Uh,
pleasantly surprised because
it
I'm
might
like
be what you
I'm
think
torn
it
between
is.
going back to watching Succession now too. It's like I almost want to watch both of these shows at the same time, but I'm like, one's just the mega church and one's just some corporate billionaire hedge fund guys or whatever they do, right? Like it's like one's corporation, one's the church, and they're both kind of the same show, even though very different tones. Succession feels a lot like Righteous Gemstones for some reason, but
Hmm.
or is it
I
Unrighteous
don't think so,
Gemstones, but
but interesting.
you're wrong, but thank you. But anyway, it's listeners, it's been so good seeing you guys again or
This
hearing you
episode is
guys
for
or
you, Cassie.
yeah, we love you and we're back, baby. We're back. We're back.
Unless
It's
unless
happening.
Ty disappears again for 4 months,
Unless
but
yeah. My house burns down and I'm homeless again. Or I get kidnapped again and get put in even a nicer place. But listeners, we love you lots. Thanks for tuning in and we'll see you on the next week's episode. Bye. Oh, leave us an email, futuremovies@gmail.com. Like and review. Leave us a comment of a movie you'd like us to review in the future. Because we're back, baby. We're back. Peace.
I'm back.
I'm back. He's flying. He's flying. I think that was conspiracy. Okay, we're going. Bye.